Have you ever ran into a problem you couldn't figure out? What did you do to figure it out? 'Cause I'm running into a problem that I need help with. At this customer's house that I do a lot of work for, there was an issue when they plug in their, as usual, it's a heater. A plug-in heater is causing the breaker to trip. Before I get into this problem, I wanted to talk about what I'm doing in this panel today. Today I'm replacing this 30 amp breaker on the left hand side that was damaged. I'm replacing the 60 or 50 amp breaker on the right hand side with a 2-pole 20 and installing a surge protector, and I'm also grounding this panel to the grounding electrode. I cannot understand why you would have a panel and not have a grounding electrode, like a ground rod, installed. I would like to tell you about a time that I had a problem that I could not find a solution to. Have you ever been to a big stadium and they have the big lights that light up the field at night? Most of the time Musco does a lot of this lighting solutions or sports lighting. Well, once upon a time, GE used to make some of these lights. They used to make a 2000 watt halogen bulb, and it was just a thin little thing that would place on in there. But the one field I used to work on, these things were a nightmare. They always had issues. And it was either like every time you had to do one thing, you had to do another, and even after that, sometimes that didn't work. There was one time, me and my electrician I was working with, we replaced every single thing on a fixture. We replaced the ballast, the bulb, the capacitor. We checked the wiring, all the voltages, everything. And we could not get this light to turn on. Not at all. Not even a single bit. We ended up removing the entire fixture and replacing it just to get this light to come on. That's how annoying that these lights were. It was a problem we never found. Couldn't figure out why or what it was, but it had to be there because when we put the new fixture up there, it fired right up. This was one problem I never found a solution to. Now I'm stuck on another problem with another customer. This customer has a 20 amp circuit that controls probably 10 outlets between 3 bedrooms. This customer decided they wanted to start using a space heater, electric space heater, in the 1 bedroom. The boiler went out recently and they just want to try to make it through the rest of this winter. So I went out there and started to check out this circuit. I've worked on this circuit before. I've pretty much have opened up every one of these outlets or replaced them at one point or another. I went to the panel, put my amp probe on it. With the heater running and normal operations, I was drawing about 14.5 amps on a 20 amp circuit. I couldn't figure out what's wrong with this circuit. But every time, after about 2 to 3 hours, the breaker would trip. So I replaced the breaker, thinking maybe the breaker, the breaker was tripping a little sooner than what it's supposed to. That ended up not being the issue. The sump pump's not connected to it. The attic fan's not connected. The refrigerator's not connected. I can't figure out why this circuit trips every 2 to 3 hours. This circuit runs perfectly fine, or the heater runs perfectly fine, on a 15 amp circuit I installed in this house just recently. That's AFCI, GFCI protected. Runs all day, never trips. And I tried this breaker at my house, plugged in with 18 amps on it, and it never tripped. The breaker I took out, they switched. So I need help trying to figure out any other solutions to fix this customer's problem. I do not really want to spend the time to go through every single outlet to figure something else out when I don't think it could be a connection. It's not that I don't really want to, but it's very expensive. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe. If you have any great ideas for me to try or think about, please leave them below. Check out my channel. Thank you.